Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Clute.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Present. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to the agenda approval. Is there anything that I may have missed through the week?
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record. Is there anyone in the audience here for public forum? Anything from the commissioners? I do have a couple of items. I want to invite everyone for our celebration this weekend downtown. We've got lots of stuff going on. There's flyers around saying what all there is, and it's another dusting off Dakota 2, or whatever you want to call it. There's going to be lots of stuff going on downtown, and we'll probably end up the night with the street dance. So this Friday evening. So one other thing with the heat and the humidity this week going on, it's going to be a lot like today. And I guess I just want to remind everyone, it's especially hard on young children and older people. And so if you have neighbors that are elderly and can't get out, please make sure to go and check on them. And if you have little children, I know it's not something we should have to talk about, but please remember those children in the car seats. It's a very, they can't tell you that they need to get out, so please remember that. So moving on to our consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. And tonight we have 4.1 minutes of June 22nd, 2026. 4.2 personnel items. Number 1, acknowledge that 911 telecommunicator Sydney Overbay has completed her probationary period, making her eligible for night pay and supplemental benefits. And number 2, approve the promotion of seasonal employee Carson Walters to pool manager. 4.3, set public hearing date for July 13th for a special event alcohol application for an event at Spotlight Events on July 18th. 4.4, consider a special event alcohol permit submitted by the Vault for permission to allow alcohol outside the building on July 3rd from 4:30 p.m. to midnight during the Dusting Off Dakota celebration. 4.5, consider fireworks display permit submitted by Huron Fire Department for July 4th at the South Dakota State Fairgrounds to begin after the races. 4.6, consider fireworks display permit submitted by Mike Hofer for an event on July 18th at the South Dakota State Fairgrounds to begin at 10 p.m. 4.7, consider fireworks public display permit submitted by Mike Hofer for an event on August 1st at the South Dakota State Fairground grandstands. And 4.8, payment of the bills.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to bid quote items. 5.1, consider pay request number 9 in the final in the amount of $310,581.44. And construction change order number 3 final for a decrease in the amount of $16,746.57 for the 2024-02 water main replacement from Menning Excavation, and authorize the mayor to sign. And we have pinch hitting tonight, Rob Rieger, our water superintendent. There you go.
I don't have much to add, Mayor.
Okay.
Pretty much summed it up. Final pay request for
The water main project is a 3-year project, just finished up, and the change order is a deduct for the $16,746.57 is just stuff that we didn't use on the project. So
Sure.
the project came in under budget.
Good.
Request approval.
Move to approve. Second.
And this was the only project we had this summer, and that was on 4th Street over here, so.
Yep, that was that 2 blocks on 4th Street, finished it up. So
Great.
that was the end of that project.
It's all closed up, so it's good to go. Any other comments, questions? Roll call vote. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to petitions and communications. 6.1, consider the approval of a police services agreement with the Huron Association for the Police Department to provide a uniformed officer at the Huron Soccer Tournament on July 4th and July 5th at Pepsi Soccer Fields, and authorize police chief to sign. And he is not with us tonight, but this is, or
He is.
Commissioner Harvey.
Derek is on the phone right now, so he's going to explain this to us. We have a server issue that he's working out, so
Oh,
go ahead, Derek.
All right, thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. So, this will be a police service agreement between the Huron Police Department and the Huron Association. We've done this the last, I believe, 4 years now to assist with the Huron Soccer Tournament taking place on July 4th and 5th. As of right now, we do have, this was kind of a late request for us, we do have one officer lined up for the 5th. Still working on somebody for the 4th, but as long as we can find the coverage, what this would do is allow us to assist with that, like we have in previous years, at the agreed rate of the $70 an hour, consistent with all of our other police service agreements. Nothing would change. It'd be the same as we've done for Agtegra and the JSX promotions this year.
okay.
Move to approve. Second.
Any questions for Derek? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you guys, man.
Moving on to 6.2, consider authorizing payment and authorizing mayor and Parks and Rec Board President to sign a 25-year lease agreement between Huron School District and the City of Huron for the Roger Casa Little League Complex property. We have standing before us here our Parks and Rec Director, Chad Schroeder.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. This is we have a 25-year lease agreement that's up in July for the leasing of the Roger Casa Base Little League Complex. City Attorney Aaron Shivey has reviewed this lease, and the school board has already signed it. And so I'm asking for approval to pay the $1 lease agreement, and the mayor and the Parks and Rec Board President to sign.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further questions, comments? Yes.
Question, Mayor. Thank you. What was the prior lease, Chad? Was that a 25-year?
It was a 25-year out, yep. It expires July 9th of 2026.
And there was some question if they would do another 25, and the school board agreed to do that, so that was good news, because that's obviously an important facility for all of our Little League program, and it's good for the school, but they were, of course, had conversations about making sure that they're protecting themselves for future development and stuff too, but this is a good win-win for everybody to continue utilizing that, so we were excited that they agreed.
And I don't know if City Attorney Aaron has any comments? Aaron, do you have?
No comments. It's good. It's good to go. You did good work on this.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's do a roll call vote.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Aaron. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions, 7.1, second reading of ordinance number 2283-23-420. Conditional use to change wording, who hears the request from planning commission to hearing examiner. And Mr. Cranston, I guess.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is just cleanup language to allow to create the ordinance, or to correct the ordinance with our current standards, which is the hearing examiner hears conditional use permits, not the planning commission. So we recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions, further questions on that? Clarifications? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. And 7.2, second reading of ordinance number 2284-23-421, accessory buildings and structures.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This merely adds, this amendment just merely adds non-commercial greenhouses to be allowed to the R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5 residential districts. And then it goes on to limit the size of these structures to 100 square feet. So basically, a 10 by 10, for residential use. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions?
I would.
Yes.
So then, this covers the ability to do that, then is there clear language in terms of the setbacks and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff in
Yes.
the building, that's already covered?
Yeah, that's
inside
already
of it?
provided in the ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
Good deal. Anything else? Roll call vote.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to departmental items, consider tentative 30-day closure of the Huron Regional Airport crosswind runway for an AIP construction project 46-47. Commissioner Bragg, you wanna fill us in on that?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is part of an ongoing project. We started the parallel taxiway for the crosswind runway 1836. The first half was done over the course of 2 years, and now we are completing this year the final stretch. So what that is alongside the crosswind runway, there will be a parallel taxiway running along on the one side. That will allow aircraft, instead of having to get clearance to land and then loop around and taxi back down the runway, they'll be able to pull off to the side and use the designated taxi lane, which will make for better traffic flow out there. This has all been previously approved as using our federal and state dollars, but we just wanted to get this out there publicly that because the end of the crosswind runway does tie in to the main, or the end of the new construction on the parallel taxiway does tie into the runway, they will be working right alongside the runway. So we're noticing it as a 30-day closure. Realistically, if construction goes well, we're hoping that it's even less than that. The main primary runway will still be open and will be unaffected. So we'll still be able to have traffic into the airport, but just wanted to get that publicly out there for users of the airport that there may be some limited use. Right now, we're tentatively calling it a July 6th start date. Still waiting to hear back for sure from the contractors that everything's been approved to get started. But again, tentatively, that would be the plan. So we'll still have full use of 1230, the primary runway, but the crosswind runway will be down for potentially up to 30 days starting on July 6th.
Okay. We need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Any questions for Commissioner Bragg on that?
I have a question on it.
Sure.
Mayor, thank you. When you do a closure like that, Rich, does that have to be posted with FAA?
So we'll put a NOTAM up at the time. That's a notice to airmen is what they call it, and that is a system that would go out to anybody that's flying. So as you come to the airport, the first thing you would do is you would look to see if there's any NOTAMs. That would be debris on the airfield or anything like that would be listed in the NOTAM. And during the winter, that'd be your condition, snow and that sort of thing. So we will post this as a NOTAM that 1836 is closed, proceed to use 1230, and then that would stay in place until such time as the runway is open, and then we would remove that NOTAM. So yeah, so for the people actually flying, they're gonna have a better idea of this, but we wanted to give some advance notice, just we have several businesses that operate out of the airstrip and use it quite frequently. We wanted them to know that they just need to make plans, that they'll be limited in the availability of that, so that's why we wanted to get it out ahead of time, just so people weren't surprised when that closure comes up.
Anything else? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to 8.2, consider entering into an agreement with Verified Credentials for background checks services and authorize Human Resources Director to sign on behalf of the city. We have with us Shauna Sterrett, and she's going to explain this.
Thank you, Mayor, City Commissioners. The City Attorney, Aaron Scheibe, have been working with Verified Credentials to come up with an agreement that would work for all of us to start doing background checks for pre-employment and employment-related services. Money has been budgeted in the budget, the HR budget for 2026. So this will help streamline our process in the HR department as far as how we conduct background investigations for applicants for when we are ready to make hiring recommendations and so forth. Will also help us with our annual driving history checks that we have to conduct on city employees who actually do drive our city vehicles as well. Anticipated cost right now for 2026 for the remainder of the year is approximately $500. There is a $98 inspection fee. They'll get in touch with our IT department, make sure our servers have the adequate security, which I'm highly confident that they do. And then as a pay-as-you-go and as-needed service. And the first tier is what we mainly use. That is a $25 cost per background check. So that's the one that we'll mainly use. We'll have some a la carte items depending on what type of position it is. If we have something available, then we're hiring for someone who we need to do like a financial background review, something different like that. That's what we involve with a la carte menu items. But for the most part, that $25 package is going to be very sufficient with what we're going to need. I did talk to Pauline to see how she would like to proceed with the 2027 budget with background screenings, and we determined it will stay with the HR budget. It's going to be hard to predict turnover for other departments to try to budget money in their individual budgets for 2027. As HR, we know how many seasonal employees we're gonna hire. We're gonna have to start doing some background screenings for the seasonal staff that work with children, youth in the area, things like that. A lot of kids that are water park are under the age of 18. We won't be doing any background screenings on them, but we have pool managers and lifeguards and concession managers who all work with children who will have it will be an additional expense to us in 2027 that will be included in the HR budget request for next year.
Motion to approve.
I'm asking approval for the agreement and for HR to sign. Thank you.
Second.
Okay. Any questions for Shauna? Yes.
Just quick, and I think I maybe misheard, because I know you said in writing that $98 is a one-time.
Yes.
I thought maybe I heard annual, but they'll come look at the server once and
No,
then
one
we don't
time.
pay that one again.
Yes, one-time fee of $98. Yep.
And and obviously, I mean, so you said the police have been doing this prior.
Right.
Obviously, it's not like it's zero cost when we have staff do it too.
Right.
And so I think this is a pretty reasonable
Yeah.
expense.
Yeah, and this is a more broad scope as far as background checks. We're starting to get more out-of-state applicants, and so we do need to look for further screening options.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye?
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Roberts.
Aye. Thank you, Shauna. Moving on to 8.3, our city offices will be closed on Friday for July 3rd for Independence Holiday. And I'm gonna turn it over to Commissioner Clute for the solid waste holiday hours.
And I have it in writing today, so I'll get the July 4th date
There you
right.
go.
The Solid Waste Department Rebel site will be closed Friday and Saturday, July 3rd and 4th, 2026, in observance of Independence Day. We'll open again on Monday at 8 a.m. Friday's garbage, recycling, and grass collection will be done on Wednesday, July 1st. Please remember to have your containers out the night before, as trucks will not be rerouted. Questions can call 605-353-8542.
Okay, thank you. We're going to, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session under personnel, for personnel under 1-25-2, parent 1.